someone was pissed on set or they were knocking heads with her. Like, she was like, let's do it this way. This will be so crafty and like awesome. They're like, it's going to look like shit on camera. And I feel like they literally put the bag of popcorn in the shot just to fucking piss her off. I really do. And she never saw it. Nobody saw it because
but you saw it.
I saw it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Don't Let It Stu. I'm really excited today because I have a kind of a blast from the past, like 2009 era. I did a show on Food Network, Private Chefs of Beverly Hills, a long time ago. And I have Manouschka Guerrier on with me. She's one of the co-hosts, co-characters. Co-stars, yes. Co-stars of that show. Hi, Manouschka. How are you?
Hi, Chef Stu.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling really good. We were just talking offline just before we went live, but I was saying like my podcast is just, I feel like I'm more myself. And Manouschka's like, why do you think that is? And I was like, well, I stopped drinking. It's about 10 weeks now. So
10 weeks?
Isn't that crazy?
No, it's amazing. It's 2 years for me. So I get it. Like
it's
you're
2
just
years
in the zone.
For you?
It's
I know.
2 years.
And I wanted to say this, actually. I was thinking about this before we came on. Like, if you've never like stopped drinking for a while or whatever, and I'm not like the poster child for it at all, but I just did a thing. I was going to do a hard 75. I'm 71 days into it. It's amazing. I feel great. But the amount of opportunities that have come my way since I stopped drinking is incredible. And I said this to myself in the car just before New Year's Eve, like last year. I remember I was driving on Fountain. I was coming up to like Highland Avenue or something. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this hard 75 because I know for a fact.
What is the hard 75? What is that?
It's like, it's a program. It's like you work out twice a day. You take a photograph of yourself, like, you know, read a book and like all this kind of stuff. It's good. It's just, you know, it's tough. But, I remember saying to myself in the car, I said, your life will change when you stop drinking for a while and you'll see the improvements in it. Not that I had a problem or anything, but what it was I found...
It was a crutch. You didn't have a problem. It was a crutch.
The haziness.
You didn't have okay, hold on. Yeah. We have to address this because this was something that was weaponized with you.
Yeah,
you did not have a problem. It was a crutch. It was like something like, you wind down after a hard day, you have a drink. Getting, celebrating, you have a drink. Like it was a part of your socializing.
And I never drank during the week. It was more the weekends. But what I felt like when I woke up on the 2nd of January, I was like, okay, starting the Hard 75 today. It just was, you know what I was tired of? I just was tired of the hangovers. And I was tired. And it wasn't even the hangover. Like the hangover, like, you know, you're going to have a hangover the next day and you're like, that's a fucking write-off that day is. But what drove me crazy was like, I still feel cloudy on Tuesday and Wednesday. And now Thursday, I'm feeling good again. I'm starting to get shit done. And then Friday, hey, let's go out for a drink. It's Friday night. And then you're back on the same, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just get off like the wheel. And so I was like,
never looked better. Like you have never, like you're in your 40s and you look fabulous.
43. I've lost like fucking, 25, 30 pounds. Like,
yeah, it's so insane. Relatable.
I mean, but just if you haven't, dude, I can like attest that like it's been amazing. And like, I don't know when I'm going to have another drink or if I'm going to go to 100 days. That's my next thing. I like these little achievements, like these little things along the way. So we'll see.
Well, I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit for that one. Because when we went out to dinner that night and I told you how I'm sober and I was like, I really hope like you give this a shot. Like, I really hope like it'll change everything for you.
Yeah. And I like, look, I was at the tennis last weekend. I had my non-alcoholic beers. I was with my friends. They were all drinking. We went to Nobu. I'm like, believe me. I was like, home. I was like, I want a glass of Pinot Grigio right now. But I was just like, no, you're fine.
You miss it?
No, it just was like in that moment. Because every time I've gone to the tennis, we've drank. We have champagne. We have it's like whole thing.
Tennis. Right? You're so relatable.
And so like, I'm going back this weekend. And so I just was like, I was like, you know what? I always tell myself, think about the hangover tomorrow morning. And then I'm like, nope. No, thank you. And I'm good. It's like a moment where you're kind of like, oh, love a drink. But then you're kind of like, oh, I don't really want it now. Because I feel like it's like everything I've done is because I'm not drinking, like the workouts and everything, the eating better and all that kind of stuff, more motivated.
And just waking up with a purpose and not a hangover. It's great.
And like, I didn't know any different because I grew up in Ireland. Everybody drinks. We go there, you know.
Oh my gosh. When I was there, culture. Like the bar was open at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
The pub.
Like, good times. If you want to drink at 7 a.m., it's there for you. But so I just never kind of knew anything different. And I gave it up for 30 days before, and that was like great as well. And I was like, no, I need something longer. I want like to create like a really good
10
habit.
weeks. Like when you sent me the picture, I was like, and I love that he'll text me like every couple days or weeks. Like,
yeah,
his little,
it's exciting.
I get to be so proud for you. It's so cool.
I get really excited about it. I don't know why. Like, and you know, my friend Megan as well. Like, she's been like, I think like a year. I think 500 days now or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so we talk about it all the time. And it's like, it's good that you have somebody, or like you as well, like friends that don't drink and stuff. So it's like,
I hope you come up with a non-alcoholic Irish whiskey. Let's make that money, boo.
Yeah. Better drink. But yeah, I mean, so that's it. So
a non-alcoholic stout. Like, just let's go. I love this. This is like such a reunion.
It's such a reunion. I know. It's so amazing. I actually was looking at some clips of this show because I just wanted to get some kind of graphics so they can throw them up on YouTube as people are watching this. But we were like babies. Like 2009. How old were you in 2009? How old was I? I'm 43 now.
2009, 16 years ago, I was 33.
Like 27, 28 or something?
33, 34. I know black don't crack, but
yeah, you split the same.
In my 30s. Thank you, except bald.
And so yeah, we'll talk a bit about that. And that's kind of how we met. And we kind of met through my manager, Jason, as well.
Who was my manager for a moment too.
Yeah, it was both of our managers, and we were at the same agency, and the agency was packaging the show, and we kind of went for it, and they both liked us. So I was like, okay, great. This was our first reality show that we're ever on. And that Food Network actually did too, as a docu-series. We were the first. It
was their very first foray into reality.
Yeah. It was crazy. So
and it was a worldwide phenomenon, which was like shocking.
People loved it. I know. I'll go back and do season 3. So that's kind of how we're here today. And I was talking about as everybody knows, the Meghan Markle stuff, and like my reels have been blowing up, the videos have been blowing up. I'm just having fun with it. I'm not hating on it, but we'll get into that in a second. We're going to get into it in a second, but before, I just want to get this off my chest. I mean, it's more kind of an update I found out yesterday. Dorit Kemsley blocked me on Instagram. Don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why, because I guess at the beginning of this season.
Wait, how do you even know that she blocked you? Like,
do you know why? Because she said something about Jeff Lewis on Watch What Happens Live, and it was kind of like, you know,
are we going to talk about him too?
No, we're definitely not. But so I went to look kind of at her page because I was watching the clip on Watch What Happens Live. It came up in my feed, and I was like, oh God, she kind of threw some shade at him. And then I was like, wait, everybody's tagged in this, but I can't see that she's tagged. So then I looked her up, and I'm blocked. Now, I don't know when I was blocked. Like, was I blocked because when I was with him, but that would have been like a long time ago, or was it because recently I've been saying on my podcast, but I don't think she listens to this podcast at all. Maybe somebody sent a clip.
Are you kidding me? Everyone's listening to your podcast. You've gotten some good.
Starting to blow up. Yeah, I got the numbers. I got the numbers like 2 weeks ago, and they're really nice. Actually, they've grown.
So of course she's listening.
Really good. So, I said, like, at the beginning, I just always had a hard time with Dorit. I just never believed anything that came out of her mouth. I just always felt like it was stories to stay on the show and so forth. That my mind changed as the season has gone on. I do feel for her. I do feel like she's going through a hard time with her divorce or separation with PK. And I think what really gave it away for me was, or why I felt sorry for her, was when Kyle did a walkthrough of her house upstairs when they were kind of trying to get back together as friends, and you saw all her wardrobe, all her clothes, all her beautiful shoes, her designers. She was getting rid of everything, Manouschka. That's how I knew, okay, shit, this is real. Like, she's actually going through this. It's real. So I apologize for kind of being a shithead at the beginning. So, Dorit, if you want to unblock me, you can. If not, who cares?
But you're apologizing to her just so she can unblock you?
I know.
Like, why do you care?
And I was just like, wait, I was like, I'd love to know why. but whatever.
But why? Why do you care? Like, she doesn't care about anyone but herself.
That's true too.
I love how like you started like as a housewives. Yes, chef. We chef.
How cute is this little mug? My friend Ken.
Okay, so you and I go back so far, almost 20 years, and so like it's like the beginning of the housewives. So it blows my mind how like you started as a super like I used to sleep at Stu's house. Like we used to have slumber parties, and he's like would make me watch this season of whatever Housewives of whatever.
You gotta watch it.
And now you do this. This is crazy. The full circle moment.
It is a full circle moment. The cookbook, the Housewives cookbook was a full circle moment. It was just crazy that I ever thought I would even be near this world at all. Okay, so I have something. We're gonna. Do you want to start with the good or do you want to start with the bad? When we're going to go into we're going to start talking about.
We're going to go all over the place.
We're going to go all over the place. Two is a VDD. But okay, so I watched episode 5 and 6 last night. Surprise and Delight, and then the other one was called I don't know. Something else. I can't remember what it was called. But episode 5 was much, much better. Okay. Meghan is noticeably more comfortable and she's more believable. This is my problem.
Okay, so who starts off in the first couple episodes great? I mean, you remember your cooking show in Ireland? It's like you're nerve-wracked. It's so oh my gosh, I gotta be perfect.
You do. And it's just, but here's the thing. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to food. I know how to cook. You know how to cook. This is the difference. And it's like, I actually think, and I spoke to a culinary producer I worked with at Food Network, and she did my cookbook. And she was like, that fucking food producer on that show is terrible. The way they're styling
it. He works with Bourdain. What are you talking about?
No, she was just, you see some of this, I'll send you screenshots afterwards. It's like the styling of someone that was like, wanted to kind of miss the mark in that. Here's the massive thing. I even brought it with me. Where is it? I even brought it with me.
So I love when everyone thinks that you're being a hater. You're like, you're looking at everything as a chef, as a TV chef, as a producer, as like all these things. Okay,
I'm super interested in that. And I'm like, okay, for a woman, Netflix would have paid millions of dollars for this show. They shot 16 episodes. It got picked up for season 2, but they didn't really because they shot the 16 episodes. They just broke it up. But
it was a multi-season deal.
It's beautifully shot. I don't think she has bees. I think she has a beekeeper at wherever. I think there's lots of like missed marks on it. And this is the problem is like, it's hard to believe when she delivers these things that she does these things, or else she says that, oh, well, this is not really in my wheelhouse. Oh, I think that'll work. Or maybe this, like, it's very kind of like she's unsure, right? Here's where it got me. Episode 1. This is it. Episode 1, approximately 33 minutes and 45 seconds into the episode. And now, this is where everybody's questioning what she does. In the episode, she talks about the popcorn on the cob, and she puts the popcorn into a brown paper bag into the microwave, and she's like, wow, look at all this popcorn. If you stop it at that, you will see a bag of microwave popcorn on the counter right beside it. Now, when you see her take the cob and she puts it on the counter, it looks like to me that there was some assistant fucking super gluing kernels onto that to make it look like it was coming off the cob, which I don't think it worked. This is
food TV. Don't you see people on Threads and TikTok doing it and it works?
Now, here's my point. Here's my next thing. I went to see the recipes online. They do have the recipe on Netflix for the popcorn. What does it say? Doesn't fucking say about roasting it off a cob in a microwave. It says a cup of kernels in a pan. That's how she should have made it, instead of trying to be this whole crafty Pinterest thing. And then, but here's what I believe. Like, get this. I believe that someone was pissed on set, or they were knocking heads with her. Like, she was like, let's do it this way. This will be so crafty and like awesome. They're like, it's going to look like shit on camera. And I feel like they literally put the bag of popcorn in the shot just to fucking piss her off. I really do. And she never saw it. Nobody saw it because
you saw it.
I saw it. I
love how like you have notes for this because you're like so ready.
I know
because you're talking to me about it. Because you know I'm going to go another direction.
People are like, leave her alone. It's so real. I'm like, when I actually talk about this, I'm actually not going at her really. I'm more going at like the producers and the fuck ups and the missing holes, the dog not turning up for the dog cookies. Like someone should have called her friend when she made.
But you also like said, where are the kids? She literally said it's a mock party. Like they're just like practicing this. We don't even know what Mindy Kaling's kids look like. We don't even know who the baby daddy is when it's obviously BJ. Like they don't show their kids.
They should have went down to Santa Barbara and they should have got some kids and paid them $75 and they would have had a good old time. And she could have pretended
that it's a mock party.
No,
I said it was a mock.
Kids. Okay, but okay. It's like it just doesn't connect. Like it just the parts don't fit together, and that's what drives me crazy. Because when you watch episode 6,
the notes.
She has two of her friends that come over, and at the very end, they're all sitting around the table laughing,
the
eating.
saltfish, right?
Yes, the Branzino, which I actually loved that episode. I loved the Branzino episode.
I wish she explained that why it doesn't taste so salty is because the fish actually comes from a salty sea. Like, I wish there was like more emphasis on why, because people are always so shocked by that dish. But
that I'm okay with, like, because I actually feel like that was very elevated. It looked like she has done it before. She was very impressed by it when she saw it at a restaurant done, and she probably went home and she tried to do it. Like it wasn't super brown on the outside. Do you see that when it came out of the oven? I would have put a bit more color on it. But and then she's filling it. She's talking about the process. Her friends are doing it. That episode should be a standalone episode of like, okay, we should follow suit the way this episode goes, because it was really nicely done. It sounded like she knew what she was talking about, and I believed it. There you go. There's my nice.
There's his nice.
There's my nice. I'm not a CUNT about it. You know what I mean? It's just some things, and maybe like it's just
I don't know. It's a lot of people are bagging on like she wears white. Chef coats are white. Like what the fuck are you talking about? We wear white when we cook. So like, why is that an issue? Or that she's not relatable. Like why does she have to be relatable?
That part is like. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, if like, is she meant to be
relatable? Are you relatable?
Yes,
you're
I am.
Hot? No, you're not. You're a hot Irish chef with a big cock. You are not relatable at all, and you're gay as a Christmas tree.
I am relatable.
Really? Why?
You know how relatable I am? I am relatable. Do you know how relatable I am?
You're not.
I Milo to Gucci to get a Gucci collar this week. That's how relatable I am.
See what
for
I mean?
His birthday.
Okay, that's relatable.
No, I'm fucking kidding. I'm joking with you. Of course, it's absolutely possible.
So, but why do people need to be relatable when you're watching them on TV? Like, is Dorito block you relatable?
I'm so annoyed by that. But I'm just gonna drive me crazy all day. But no, what it is,
I hope she blocks me too.
Relatable, not relatable. Look, she's wealthy. She married a prince. Like whatever. She has beautiful clothes. I think she looks amazing in all her outfits.
She looks great.
I mean, the whole thing with like Zara, and then she's like $1,500, like whatever it is. Like
high-low. It's high-low.
They don't even need that. We didn't even need that.
Why not? Why not? Because then it goes and gets sold out. Like, do you see when she says that she wears a Max? Even Mindy Kaling even admitted that. Like, would have been cool. I see what you wear, and then I go to Max Mara and it's gone. Like, it's branding.
It would have been
why
nice
can't she have that too?
It would have been nice if she had a few brands that people could actually go out and buy, like
Zara and Max Mara.
Cool. No, but that would have been really, really cool.
Le Creuset is crushing it right now, and they're turning 100 this year. Like it's phenomenal. Like there's Black women that's trending, showing off their Le Creuset collection, and I got to show all 150 some odd pieces of mine.
How many do you have now? You have so many of those things.
I know, and I inspired you to get into it, so it's like. You know?
I actually don't know if I have any pieces anymore. I have Stobe now.
Your Stobe.
They sent me a bunch. That's why I have it. So now I have black and white, ebony and ivory. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you have the black cocottes because that's why I got mine. You remember we had matching cocottes kind of like for a almost while?
Like a navy blue. I'm actually doing. I'm doing a short rib shepherd's pie for St. Patrick's Day, which is Monday.
Nice.
I have to do
Can I come over for that?
Forget. Yeah, you can come over Wednesday. Yeah, it's going to be, if you want to come over this afternoon, I'm going to be posting it tomorrow online on my Instagram reels. But yeah, I mean, that's it. I was just, the popcorn thing, I thought it was actually kind of funny. It was kind of like, I feel like almost it was like popcorn revenge. Like someone was pissed off that they're on set to like, cause there's so like, it was so obvious. Like it's like a bag of popcorn on the counter. Go back and watch it. It gets crazy.
Okay, so you've explained your part. You're
go ahead.
Not being see you next Tuesday, but like let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about everybody else. Like everyone else's reaction to it. Like I texted you this morning and I'm like, SE Cup is so cool. And then I watched your conversation and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is she even going there? And she's like, so like adamant about it. And so like her energy, like the SE Cup that I've known and watched for years, completely switched when it was talking about Meghan, and people are like just so passionate about like this disdain for her. And so it's like,
let me ask you this question,
please.
I think,
and thank you for letting us have this conversation. By the way,
she was like, she texted me, she's like, you're an asshole. I want to talk to you about this. I'm like, okay, come on next week. But I think it would have done her a great service, or the show a great service, if they had aired episode 5 or 6 as the first episode.
Did you even see episode 8? Did you even see episode, I think it was 3 with Roy Choi?
What did I say at the beginning? I said I watched episode 5 and 6. I love 7,
wait, but I thought you saw, wait a minute, no, because you brought up the dog party and you brought up like...
Yeah, that was number 4, the dog party. Yeah. Or whatever her name is. Yeah. Anyway, I just think, you know that, like when we've shot episodes and stuff, even Private Chefs at Beverly Hills, I know this for a fact, this happened when we shot the show. We were all kind of like the first, I mean, the pilot's on YouTube. You can go find the pilot. Shot in San Francisco. And
which you did first.
Which I did first. They were kind of casting and not casting and whatever happened. And then, but that was the pilot. That was always going to go out first. But then when we actually got into the shows, they definitely used the best show first. Like they swapped around. They didn't air it in order of each week we were shooting it.
But how do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know what order it's put out?
We knew that. We knew when we were shooting it.
Like, no, I'm talking about Megan's show. Like, how do you know the first episode is the very first one shot?
Definitely tell she's nervous in the first one that comes out the door, and as opposed
I think she's always been kind of nervous. She seems like she's a little bit like neurodivergent. She's brilliant. We don't know her really. She's brilliant. She's very, very smart. Very smart. Oh, and I find that people with that level of intellect, like they always want to be like thought of as cool. So they're always like overcompensating. Yeah. They're always overcompensating for acceptance. So of course that will read on camera. Yeah, she's definitely neurodivergent. She's definitely there's this awkwardness to her that like constantly, and like even like her dad, when her dad bags on her, it's always about like her authenticity and like this is a woman who has had her. He's terrible. He's a horrible. Like the whole white side of the family. Let's just come on. They're terrible people. Yeah. Yeah. Like you don't hear anything from the black side of the family at all. You never hear anything from but it's like her sister, her dad like sold pictures of himself. Like just weird. Just like who talks about their daughter like that?
I know that I do not agree with, you know.
And so she attempted to make a name out of herself with advocacy and human rights and doing that, and it blew up her face. So she brought back the TIG, which is her comfort, like having to like run away to Montecito because she couldn't like deal with the palace craziness anymore. Like making this home was a comfort, and we know this. We went through this through COVID, and we go through this like this is why we have the careers that we have, and we're lucky that we get paid to do. You know, to give the joy that we give. So she's doing that, and she's getting bagged for that as well. And it's just like, okay, so let's just like the problem is y'all just don't like to see a black woman just being soft. Like it's like a black woman has to always be like strong and then if she's assertive or sets boundaries, then she's angry. And it's like all these things. I didn't even know she was black.
I didn't even know she was black. I was on Zach Peters' show a few weeks ago, and he was just like, "Yeah, do you not know Stu? Everybody confuses her with Beyonce." And I'm like, "Okay." I was like, "But
nobody confuses her with Beyonce."
It was a total joke. But no, I honestly didn't. I remembered like the Oprah interview, and she was talking about race, and the royals were like kind of racist and stuff like that.
They wanted to know what color Archie was going to be.
Which I do believe her on that. Like, I do believe they're a bit shifty. Those royals are. I just think it's the flip flop. She kind of flip flops, and I've seen things online where she says things one thing, and then now she's changed her mind to another thing. She didn't want to be a royal. Now she's using her last name as a royal. So people are like, is she a con artist? Like, she's like, what? Like, I don't know.
But why? Why do people fucking care?
I don't.
Like,
exactly.
why do people care? And like to break it down so much. And unfortunately, for a lot of us, especially Black women, we see it as an attack. Because we live it. It's our living. Okay. All right. I'll take it back to you because you were my hero in this moment when we were on the show together. And they would constantly push buttons. Like everything was so overly produced to create chaos.
Sure. Yes.
And I was like,
we were about to lose our minds.
I'm one of the only Black women on reality TV, and every Black woman is like a housewife or a basketball wife. It's like some crazy freaking hip hop wife drama. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So I always just like kept it together and just kept my head down and cooked. And they kept trying and trying and trying.
They wanted that hysterical Black woman.
Man, they wanted it, and I wouldn't give it to them, except for the one episode with the manager and the rock stars, the aging rock stars, whatever. Rock stars,
rock sugar thing or something. Yeah,
I can't believe you remember their name. Holy shitballs!
They're crazy.
And I was working with Brooke, and Brooke's like 6 months pregnant at this time. So in the cooking shows, you guys, because of sound, they turn off the AC, so it's hot from that. Plus we're cooking. Plus there's lights everywhere. Plus there's a bunch of people. So it is hot. So they're pushing this so-called manager to keep pushing Brooke's buttons. Yes. And it gets to the point where she starts bleeding profusely out of her nose. So I'm just sitting there and I'm chopping and I'm like, they want this reaction and this shot so bad they can put her in a position where she'll lose her baby. So that was it. Then I went into, okay, fine. Then you wanted the Black girl mode? All right, here she is. And I physically removed the guy out of the kitchen. And I was like, how motherfucking dare you? And then I went into the village and I berated all the producers for even letting it go that far. I'm like, this is not okay. This is not cool. She is carrying a life. Okay.
That's crazy.
You wanted her? Yes, you did, because you protected me. You and Susan protected me. Because I came straight to your house, like so upset. So then when they aired the episode, no, you were completely my hero that whole season, because they were fucking with me big time. And you kept it together for me. And like, he would invite me dinner. He would he was like my guy. He was my man.
It was tough. It was a tough show. It was stressful. It was a
tough show. It was so tough. So then when they finally show the episode, I'm like, yo, man, they're gonna have that Black moment they wanted. They want that Black girl moment. There it is. Then they show her counting to 5, and all of a sudden the guy walks out of the room. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. After all that,
get the fuck out of here. Like,
but it was a good tense moment though. Like, it made good TV for sure.
It would have if they showed it, but they didn't. They didn't. So this is like an issue for Black women. Constantly, we set boundaries. We were often not heard. And it's like when we get pushed to the point where it's like enough is enough, then we're angry.
Yeah.
So like, just to see so many similarities of what people are saying about Meghan, I'm just like, enough is enough. Like, the world is crazy. We just had our president act like a car salesman on the White House lawn for the Tesla with, Dick's Not Titler, who like did a Nazi salute. Like, the world is like insane right now. So let us run away and watch a freaking Duchess, who's the first and only Black one. Huh?
I said, I want to live there. It looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful. And then people are like, that's not even her house. Like, Gianna for years didn't shoot in her own house. Like, what is the point?
But
so it's okay that Gianna had those white Le Creuset pots, but then Meghan can't.
No, it's meant. The whole point is meant to get an insight into her life. So we thought it would be at her house at least.
But she does. She gives incredible insight. Like, she has these little Polaroids with pictures because remember when she had her social media, when she had the TIG, all of that had to go once she became married. So like so many things were just so well documented. I think the episode with the woman from Tatcha who used to do like the travel aspect of the TIG when she was in Kyoto creating her makeup line. And it's like, this is 10 years of friendship. This is like you and I sitting right now, we're talking, and we're like so proud of each other and we're so happy and we get to like to share this moment and people get to watch us. Like that was there. And they started talking about the Japanese tradition of fixing broken pottery, the kintsugi. And it's like, how many of us feel broken and are able to find the beauty of being pieced back together? Like there were so many profound conversations. The episode with Roy Choi, I think one thing that's not talked about. That was a great episode too. One thing people don't talk about enough, like Sex and the City, the main character wasn't Carrie Bradshaw. It was New York. It was such a love letter to New York. I feel like the series was such a love letter to California, especially Southern California and Los Angeles. Yeah. And having Roy Choi on there, and, you know, they talked about how MSG was politicized due to racism.
That was a cool point. Yeah. I like that.
You know, and just like so many different aspects of like why it's like living here so special. Having Alice Waters at the end, I got goosebumps right now. That episode made me cry so much. Like, you come from Ireland, that's Irish cuisine. I come from Haiti, that's Haitian cuisine. My family's from Haiti, that's Haitian cuisine. The only American classified cuisine is California cuisine, and she is the mother of it.
Yes.
And she's on her show.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh my God. Like, it was just so fantastic. And I'm like, why are people missing these nuggets and they're stuck on, she's in all white with a sweater and around her thing and has a $400 pot and that's not her house. And where are the kids? And why is there a paring knife? Like, have you cut plantains before? Like, a lot of people use a paring knife to do that.
You know what happened, actually? This is probably karma on me because I was giving her so much shit about the paring knife. My paring knife in my kitchen went missing. I'm not even joking.
Stop.
It literally did. I cannot find it. It's $100 paring knife and it's like a shun. It's actually similar to the one she has on the show. It went missing. I'm not joking you. Isn't that funny?
He's like, how dare you? How dare you? All those times I saved you.
I'm calling people, blaming them. They're like, I haven't been to your place. I'm like, it's your fault. I'm like, okay. So, you know. Anyway,
all right, now let's get to a shun deal. Let's get a shun deal and get you another one.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just buy one for $100. It's fine. Okay, so Manouschka sent me this morning, which is actually kind of funny. And I did see it on Instagram last week. But new study finds that friends who often playfully insult each other are 300% more honest and loyal. I mean, we used to fucking kill each other.
Rip on each other.
Rip on each other. I mean, thank God Jason's moved back to Alabama for a while because, I mean, I had too much of it. That's why I stopped drinking.
Well, no, that's why, like, I took a break from y'all for a minute because I was like, wow, this is getting mean. It's like mean. Like, the gays are way too mean for me. Like, y'all took it another level. I was like, no shit.
It was just like really just tearing each other down. Or like, God, you guys like each other? We're like, yeah, I think so. Like, you know, but
I'm so glad that we're on the same page on this.
I don't know if I agree with it. Like, to insult each other. I guess like those people that insult each other will be honest with you and like tell you kind of how it is, and then that is a good friend, an honest friend. I like people that just like rip on me and take the piss out of me. It's so fun, and I just can do it right back.
Your reaction is so classic too, because you're just like you want to be like offended, but then you're like, yo, that shit's so funny because you love to shit talk. So
it's just so fun. Like, and that's the thing. Like, people that know me, like, just take it with a grain of salt. Like, it's all like the whole Meghan Markle thing. It's all fucking hilarious to me. I think it's just like it is. I just love, and it's totally like for the first time in 53 episodes doing this podcast, like this is actually one moment where I can actually talk about it and actually know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? There's other experts with the Housewives.
No, but like, it's yes, but it's just so much negativity around her. So it's like, why? Like, why? Like, I understand. I think every single point you've made has been completely valid. But for people who don't know you or who know another side of you, like to hear it coming from you, it's like such a dagger. It's like, why be part of the problem and not be a solution? Like,
yeah. Look, this is pretty much probably the last podcast I'll be talking about this.
Hell no, because you're getting mad views on it.
Yeah, we got season 2.
Bring another asshole to talk shit about it. I'm just gonna be the one like, nah, man, we love Meghan.
Ryan and there's no updates in Ryan and Blake Baldoni. I mean, Zach Peter, I watched a reel
Did you
on
say
him.
Blake Baldoni? Like you?
Blake, I fucking Lion Ryan, like Lion Ryan, Lively, and I don't know what they have names for them, but this take it with a grain of salt. So they said like on the set, the crew were talking about it now, and they were saying like Justin kind of was in over his head on the production. It was the first big production that he's ever done. He delegated a lot of the tasks to a lot of people, so there was lots of kind of decisions being made by lots of different people.
Plus, this was his first time like producing and directing or whatever.
I think like
this was the first time with a big role.
A big role, yeah, something like a large one, right? But probably a big budget. And so, so Zach was saying like, it's probably the way that Blake Lively came in and just like kind of took over everything because you know he was just kind of being too nice, kind of went against him because he wasn't able to make those hard decisions. So then I just feel like
didn't she like steal wardrobe or whatever?
Oh, she messed up wardrobe. She delayed it. She was over budget. I think they were over budget by like 4 or 5 times the budget. And like for like you saw the outfits. I mean, like how? But
no, I didn't. I can give two shits about this thing. All I know is like I believe Justin. Ridiculous. Whatever Justin has to say, I believe him.
I mean, I don't even know what like. Yeah, she looks like a homeless person. Like I don't know. I can't even say that. Take that out, please. Take that out, Jocelyn. You can't say that. You can't even say. She looks like a person without a house. I don't know whatever you say. But that's kind of the latest. There's nothing new. There's no updates on it, and like that's it. So I'm just kind of waiting for more.
Just wait for the trial. I think the trial is when it's all going to come out.
It is. It's going to be like an Amber Heard thing all over again. It's going to be crazy.
Wait, isn't the same like PR people behind the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp? Aren't they the ones?
I don't know.
Yes, they're the same. He got the same crisis managers that they did, so that's why he got attacked because it was like we're gonna bury her, like the way they did Amber. Whatever. That's how far as I got. I still think like I believe him over her. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The evidence is there. The facts are there. He has nothing to hide. Clearly, he has nothing to hide. He has released everything. Unless there's some bombshell that's going to come up in the next few months, I don't know. But right now, it's looking terrible for her. And that's just it. It's not about a man or a woman. We're not believing her or anything like that. It's just facts. That's it. And so just look at them. I mean,
but it's kind of wild how people are making like feminists have taken over this debate and argument in order to side with her, like projecting their own things.
I know. It's like, have you not watched it? Like, have you not seen it? They're like, oh yeah, Team Blake. Even like Nick Viall is like all Team Blake. He's like, you're all going to be sorry when the court case comes out. Viall. I don't fucking know.
Hilarious.
Anyway, yeah. So I don't know. There's no updates. I'm dying. I'm just following this like so closely. Fyre Festival 2. Have you like heard about this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he says it's happening. They booked one NFL person, like that's going to perform. What, like bouncing a basketball? Like I don't like. Not NFL.
They booked
like
one NFL person,
not NFL,
bouncing a basketball, like
an NBA or NFL. I don't know, but it's like a sports person. But it's like, isn't it meant to be a concert or like DJs or music? People on the island off the coast of Mexico, they are like, we don't know anything's happening here. So
they didn't get the tents and the toilets.
No, I don't know. Apparently he's sold out. Like, I can't believe this is happening again. Anyway, there's no more updates.
White men can be mediocre, but black women can't be soft and excellent.
Oh God. I mean, that's really all I got today. Wendy Williams, I mean, she seems to be happy. She was out last night in New York City. There's nothing else. I would love to see her back on TV.
And she's supposed to be on The View on Friday.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
So that's tomorrow.
See, that you guys, also, this is why we're starting late today, because I cannot.
Yeah, why are we starting late?
Because I cannot start my day without watching Hot Topics on The View. I have no voice. That gets her riled up. Yeah. I'm like screaming at the TV.
Anyway, that's all I got for today, everyone. Manouschka, tell everybody where they can see you, find you, talk to you, DM you.
Hi. You can find me on Instagram at single_serving.
Get your microwave popcorn, everyone.
Oh my God.
Let's see you all next week. Bye.